Great Rising, it's your girl Cass. Welcome to my page, my channel, Castellite, where we talk about, facts versus feelings and topics that are known, unknown, or needs to be talked about. So basically, this morning, I seen a really sad article on Facebook. So basically, I'm just gonna read the caption. It says a 10-year-old Seven Bridges took his own life after he was repeatedly tortured at school for wearing a colostomy bag. Rest in peace, little angel. So this is the article that I was talking about. And I wanted to speak about it because I think I briefly mentioned it before, or briefly spoke about it as far as homeschooling and why I recommend it, why I promote it for situations like this, for example. But I want to just start to backtrack a little bit. And I want people to know like the history of school. So schooling wasn't always like going to school in a building, being there for like 8 hours. That wasn't a norm until the Industrial Revolution time, because they had a lot of factories and they needed people to work. So when the parents were in the factories, we needed a place for the kids to be, hence the Industrial Revolution. But also understand that that institution was created by a certain family who runs this world. Okay? So I just wanted to make that point because I think people think like, oh, schooling is just good. It's what we're supposed to do. It's what we've been told to do or taught to do. And we've just been perpetuating this cycle over and over again. And in actuality, the top 1%, 4% of the people who make the most amount of money in this world never completed schooling. That's also a fact. So with that being said, just keep that in mind, that school was just a distraction. It was just a tool that was being used to keep y'all distracted. And it's still going. So I digress. Back to this. So why do I think schooling is best for your child? First of all, I just want to say, let's think about the ratio when it comes to school. There's usually one teacher, maybe two if you're in kindergarten, but that's probably the only one, where it's one teacher to how many kids? 20, 30, sometimes 35 kids, depending if there's not enough teachers and we need to just squish you guys into a room and make it work. So with that ratio, 1 to 30, do you think your child is getting the necessary attention that they need to excel? So keep that in mind. The ratio, 1 to 30. So how much attention, personal attention, do you think your kid is actually getting? One person divided by 30. Come on, you know what I'm saying? And not only that, you're going to school with how many kids? And some of these kids may or may not have active parents in their life. Some of these kids are being raised off of the internet, and we all know the internet is a very dangerous place. Some of these kids have issues at home from their own parents, so they're gonna project onto your kids. And plus, they're away from you, so you really just don't know. I mean, I feel like you're leaving room for kidnapping, going on a bus, walking by yourself. Granted, back in the day, we did that. We was outside, we was kids, but there was also more of a community feel. People actually knew parents. people actually spoke to each other. It was more unity. So I just want you guys as a parent to take all those things into consideration every time your child leaves that door and goes into that world. You don't know what's happening. And you, as a person who most likely went into the system, knows how messed up it can be, how mean kids can be. And it's not necessarily their fault, because who is teaching them? Who are they surrounded by? Now, not only are your kids influenced by the internet, they're influenced by the other kids around them. You understand what I'm saying? So that's a big chunk of their life now that you're no longer a part of. You don't know what's going on. You can't filter what's happening to them. And for me, it goes back to who's gonna love and pour and give more attention to your child than the person who created that child. Like, nobody's gonna love your child more than you. Nobody's gonna give your child more attention more than you. You understand what I'm saying? And by doing that, letting them go to school, public, private, it doesn't matter. That's a big chunk of their life you're now missing. You're now not a part of. You're now not is being influenced by other people. You have no control over that. And people will talk about, oh, well, we're supposed to, make sure kids interact with each other. Okay, not under those conditions. Not under stressful conditions. Not under conditions that make you... think about it, guys. Going to school, right? Everybody hated the teacher's pet. The line leader. The student of the month. Look at how you guys are gonna praise one student to make all the other students feel like they're not doing enough, or they're not special enough. As far as I'm concerned, every student is a student of the month. Are you doing your best? Are you trying? Are you learning? Are you growing? Are you flourishing? Do you know more than you did the day before, or the month before, or the year before? Do you guys not see the system and how it does not benefit you or your child? Like, majority of y'all went to school. And never mind the fact that majority of the things that you learn in school, you don't actually use in real life. Look at the statistics. Do the research. Look at the kids who are homeschooled. They excel. They very, very well. But what would you expect when you're getting so much love and attention? You don't have any distraction or somebody who's going to try to perpetuate your mental, or to try to influence you to do something that you don't want to do, or being forced to do something you don't want to do. Because if I homeschool, I can create whatever it is to work to your advantage personally. Are you an auditory learner? You know what I mean? Do you need to see? Do you need to feel? Do you need to touch? All of this, you should have known by the age of 12. And be able to figure out what's the best way you learn, or your child learn. So, I understand a system was given to you and you've just been going along with it. But I want y'all to really think about that, especially when it comes to your child, and really think, how can I best assist them, guide them to reach the highest potential. And also for me, it's about also helping my child find their purpose earlier, before having to go through the schooling and trying to figure it out and pick from whatever you guys told me to. We have moved away from trying to find what our purpose is to being told, okay, well, which one is going to make the most money? Hence why I quit nursing school, because I cannot be bought. Healthcare is a business. I'm not with it. But again, so stories like this, when I look at them, when I see them, and it's very heartbreaking because there has been a rise in adolescents taking their lives, committing suicide. The majority is done because they were in school and somebody was bullying them. They were being attacked in some kind of way, shape, or form. Which, in this case, I believe could have been prevented if he was at home with somebody who actually cares about him. He was surrounded by people who love him, support him, and would never make him feel less than because of his colostomy bag. Because at the end of the day, kids are kids, right? Who are they learning from? From other kids. So how do they know better when mommy and daddy are away from me for how many hours a day? So just a thought. I'm not saying homeschooling is something easy or it's just something that I know people can't afford to do because, you know, there's so many distractions that society and the government have put in front of you to make you feel like you can't do that. But it goes to be like, is your child worth it? I really ask those hard questions because it really comes down to it, because now a life was taken. You know? So this was really heartbreaking for me, and because I love kids. I want them to flourish. I want them to make it. They are the future. They can be the change. They're so inspirational. And so when I hear these stories of what happens in school or because of having to go to school, and to know that there was other options that could have been taken, is really sad to me. But I just wanted to put that out there to get parents to start thinking, finding a way to make it work. I don't know if you're lucky enough to have like a 2-parent household, for you guys to like work it out. Maybe I work mornings, you work night shifts, so that my child is always getting the care and attention that you know they're gonna, you know, need and get. I say do it, because your child is so worth it. More than worth it. But again, just my thought for today. That was my tech talk. Please like, share, subscribe. If there's anything that you guys want me to talk about or any topics that you would like me to speak on, please comment below or send me a message. I would love, or to even collaborate if you have any information or ideas that you would like to share. I'm totally here for it. But thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.